Like, I feel like most black women have the right to be like, what exactly?
Let me tell you what Robert guilty of. Robert Lee guilty of 4 major infractions. Number 1, Robert Lee is guilty of having your woman in the workplace, because from the other clips that I went and looked up online, you don't really have your old lady sitting in the background like that. Number 2, Robert Lee is guilty of a man getting in women's business. Women online been talking for a while now about niggas talking out of turn on shit that regards females. Female on female business is not somewhere where a man needs to be weighing in. Infraction number 2. Infraction number 3. You a black man speaking down on black women to the delight of white women and white people. And that's the one I'm gonna focus the most on. But number 4, and this is the most egregious, you doing it in public.
Ooh.
Like Ty said a minute ago, we've been knowing that Robert Lee Griffin III is a coon. A good Friday night fiddling, front porch lemonade stirring, Sunday evening soft shoeing, yes I miss days, and here's how comes boss, wide-eyed, big mouth coon. We've been knowing this for a while. Ever since the nigga was playing professional football and could never get his skin together. You bumpy faced bastard. We knew you wasn't shit when your braids wouldn't grow, hoe ass nigga. You had them same fuzzy ass Jim Jones braids for 6 seasons, and you never had no hang time on your shit. We knew then that you wasn't no type of nigga that we could really fucking rely on. You injury prone hoe. But I'ma say the shit that niggas been wanting to say to you. Niggas seem like soon as you got the Nike deal, you stopped playing football good, bastard. You bumpy face hoe. You wasn't good at Baylor, really and truly, bitch ass nigga. But because you was a nigga and you was the captain of the white team in the time when black quarterbacks were being called unintelligent and not able to pass the Wonderlic test, and even though we could throw, we didn't have pocket stability. We ran around and we scrambled too much. You know, all the same things that they looking for in today's quarterbacks. Well, when Robert Lee was a motherfucking quarterback, black quarterbacks were being vilified for that shit. And you benefited from black folks speaking up for black athletes at major white institutions in predominantly white positions, like the quarterback. And you benefited from that, you bumpy faced bastard. And you went to Washington and you had a ho-hum ass career there. And then you got your bitch ass traded and you became a journeyman all around the league. And we always wondered, who doing Robert Grades? Why is he on national TV and his shit always look like that? And that's when we found out that your bitch ass had a white wife. And ever since then, nigga, we ain't really been fucking with you like that. And yeah, now you got a job on Saturdays where you analyze college football, because that's the last time you had any modicum of greatness. So we let you do your thing on college football. But you low-key done lost all the muscle mass that you had when you was an athlete, and you look weird. You was a lanky-ass, Steve Urkel-looking ass nigga on TV. And a couple years ago, you had the top braids with the little man bun faded in the back and shit. And that shit still was a struggle-ass hairstyle. Until you get a black woman in your fucking life, one that can at least style your fucking clothes and hair, nigga, you ain't got shit to say to us, Robert Lee Griffin III. And how dare you open your motherfucking mouth with that white woman that you call a trophy behind you amongst all your other white accolades and validations, sitting behind yourself, talking shit in public about a black woman, and then you cast aspersions on her like she's some sort of big bad fucking wolf. When the truth of the matter is, this woman, like all the other brothers on this fucking podcast have already said, came into the game starting when the white woman you defended rode the bench like how you ride dick, hoe ass nigga. I'm gonna say it. You said that when that other black woman fouled her, She laid there and didn't do nothing. Run the clip back. If you'll notice, this woman got clotheslined in midair, landed on her neck and shoulders, and then rolled onto the fucking floor, while the person that fouled her proceeded to walk off like she didn't do a goddamn thing.
Not a damn
Now,
thing.
nigga, you played football. There's a difference between being tackled and having your motherfucking bell rung.
SP did it.
Maybe it's possible that woman that fouled her in midair and knocked her down onto her fucking back and shoulders knocked the wind out of her ass.
That's right.
She couldn't get up and immediately address the situation with her hands. By the time she had her wits about herself, the moment had passed, and if she would have got up and did something aggressive like that, she would be the big, bad, angry black woman that you're trying to play out to be. But in the moment that Caitlyn fouled her, that was a simple foul where she was able to pop right the fuck back up. And as soon as she turned around, she said, hey, goddamn, my whole career, motherfuckers been knocking me to the ground. Not just them two instances, but every motherfucking game she played, goddamn ground. And I'll be damned if the motherfucker who keep on throwing a rock and hiding her hand is the one who fouled me yet again. Bitch, you know I split your shit wide open on TV. On TV, and all they had was a little bitty pushing and shoving match, just like any other football game. And just like Ty said, they try to mischaracterize and blow it out of proportion like Angel is the motherfucking villain. But it's niggas like you, Robert.
Niggas like you, Robert. Ugly
when Ryan Clark called you out and told you where you was wrong, you tried to make it seem like he was talking about your wife and talking about your marriage. See, it's niggas like you that I hate, that always try to deflect and change the point. Like when you get on the motherfucker ass, and then all of a sudden they want to talk about your tone of voice or your language selection.
Don't do it.
Like when you get on the motherfucker ass, and now they want to talk about the time and place or the fact that there's people watching. Like when you get on the motherfucker ass, and then they want to bring up the fact that we at work or we at church. No, motherfucker. Let's address the fact. Let's address what happened, not just my response. And Robert Lee Griffin, what you have done right now is a major infraction against the black community. And we giving you your marching papers. Since you want to be with white folks so bad, go and be with them then, bitch ass nigga. Tell your
black
ass.
Card has been revoked. Your black card has been revoked, you ugly black motherfucker.